Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's time, baby.
Are you serious? Good morning, Detroit! Oh my God! What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Get the fuck out of here! 1-6 and now 7-7. Suck my dick! Are you serious? Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning.
How you doing,
Man,
buddy?
feels good. Victory Sunday carries over to Victory Monday, baby. The Lions would not have won that game early in the year. There was various points of that game. I was extremely nervous and frustrated. But the brand new Lions, this version of the Lions, win that game. And you saw it play out that way. The clock management, the talk was about Robert Saleh this week.
Good morning, Detroit. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show, live here on the Woodward Sports Network. WoodwardSports.com as always. Oh, my God.
Ooh.
Oh, my God. Where do we want to start this morning, everybody, huh? Fish, where do we want to start, huh? What are you doing? Jackass, what are you doing?
I mean, we could talk American sports.
No, you're gonna shut up today. You're gonna mute your mic. You're gonna leave the camera the way it was, and we're gonna have some fun. All right? Here's what we're gonna do.
You asked me what we were doing. I said we could do Lions. They got a good win. I watched the whole game yesterday.
Shut the fuck up. Mute your mic.
I will do so. And Mike is muted.
Oh my God! Good morning, all of you. Good morning, all of you beautiful people. Oh my God. The Detroit Lions take down the New York Jets on the road 20-17 in what was an ugly game. What was the definition of a gritty game. And what was a culmination of a year and 3 quarters of, grit, determination, right? There's a plan. There's a plan in place, building a football team. You are somehow 7-7 after week 15 in a season where you started 1-6. Are you serious? It wasn't the best game. The Lions maybe played a C game overall. Maybe C plus.
I think it's friendly to say C. Maybe C
It
minus.
was an ugly game, not because the Lions, for example, were just awful. They weren't. They actually played good. But they went up against a very, very stingy defense.
Top 3.
And you knew what was going to happen going in.
Yeah.
And they found a way to get one offensive touchdown, multiple sacks, 10 quarterback hits, a special teams touchdown. They were able to get 2 field goals and 20 points yesterday. Wasn't enough to get the job done on the road against another team that was fighting for their playoff spot, who knew going into that game they needed to win, because if they didn't and the Chargers took care of business, well, things wouldn't look great for them. You know what the Lions did? They strolled into MetLife. They strolled into New York, and they absolutely beat the Jets at their own game. It was the Lions defense that made the plays. It was the Lions offense when you needed it most. It was Ben Johnson, Jared Goff, Dan Campbell, and the offense that drew up a play that, yes, ended in 7. That was unbelievable. But if you actually rewatch the play, it was scripted for that exact moment. 57, the linebacker for the Jets. That's the one play I want to talk about right now. 57. Your job with 57 as an offense was to get him to move to his left. And he did. Brock Wright came underneath, The rest is history.
It was
And
supposed
you know
to
why
get
he went
first
left?
down.
Because St. Brown was in motion, running hard. It was 4th and inches. Everybody in the building expected a jet sweep or a run. It's inches. Maybe a quarterback sneak. Nah, fuck that. We're going to throw the football. I love it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You are 7-7 after a 1-6 start. Who would have thought? Who could have imagined? Happy Monday. Happy Victory Monday to every single one of you. I am so happy for all of you, Jeff. I'm happy for you too. Holy God. What a beautiful Monday morning. There's no better way to start a Monday morning than with this beautiful thing. With Jeff. Oh, God. I enjoyed myself yesterday, Jeff. I didn't tweet the whole game. Actually, by the way, I usually do, but that was a game. Mm-hmm. That was intense. That was tough. Every possession mattered. Every decision mattered. And it's nice that on a Monday, it's New York media that's going to be talking about their head coach and the decisions he did or didn't make. And meanwhile, in Detroit, you control your destiny almost, because likely the Seahawks will lose to the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. Because likely the Giants and the Commanders still have a loss, maybe even 2 left on their schedule this year. You handle business. Detroit, you're going to have some postseason football.
Think about that. In a season where you started 1-6. And this is the benefit of clicking on all 3 phases of your football team. Like, unlike early in the year when it was just your offense, now you have a defense that showed up to play on the road. I get it was against Zach Wilson, but that doesn't take anything away. You still showed up to play. They got pressures. James Houston, another sack. Romeo Okora, welcome back. 2 sacks. John Kaminsky, a sack. The defense showed up. I know Badgley missed that kick late in the game as well, but still made some key kicks. You have your offense when you needed them. They made a play at the end of the game to win it. Brock Wright. When you're clicking like the Lions are in all 3 phases, all 3 levels of your football team, things like this happen. Special teams. Khalif Raymond returns the punt for a touchdown. He got close so many times this year. He finally did it. I'm telling you, this is the benefit. The Lions, nobody wants to play them right now. That's a fact. Nobody does. At home, on the road, in the backyard, nobody wants to play them.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
The defense was suffocating. And now the secondary gave up a lot of big plays. There was a lot of 50-50 balls that went in the Jets' favor. But that defensive line, the Lions have not allowed a 100-yard rusher in, I believe, 6 games. You know what running backs were through that stretch? Aaron Jones, Saquon Barkley.
Barkey? Hey, Barkey.
Sorry, the cigar's hitting me a little bit. Delvin Cook. Come on. For a defense that was last in the NFL in rushing yards. And by the way,
and
last 3 games, they're the number 1 rush defense in the NFL. The number 1 the last 3 games. Think about that for a second.
What are we
in
talking
front of
about
San
before
Francisco. That's all I'm saying. The stats are the stats.
What do we talk about before the season? If they could have a top 20, not even top 10, if they could have a top 20, hell, even top 22 defense, they'd be able to win 8-9 games. Mm-hmm. Because you know you have a potent offense. You know you're built in the trenches. You are built, Detroit, to go on the road. I promise you right now. I don't know if you make it. I don't know. I don't know who you would play. But between Minnesota, Dallas, and I want to say likely the Buccaneers, but none of us know at the moment. But let's just say for argument's sake, the Buccaneers. None of these teams want to play you.
No.
None of these teams. And you know what? This is unheard of. It hasn't happened since 1970 for a reason. To start 1-6, and you now essentially controlling your destiny. Not because mathematically it is in your hands. No, you still need teams to lose. But I think we all expect Seattle, Washington, and New York to still drop another game, maybe even 2.
Right.
You have Carolina, Chicago, and then Green Bay. And I'm not saying all these games are easy, but you're the favorite for the next 2 weeks at least. Detroit, you're going to be the favorite against Carolina. You're going to be the favorite against Chicago. I can't believe what we've watched. It's 1-6 in one hand, and then it's 6-1 in the other. And we had this conversation all last week. Which one is it? Like, which one is it? And obviously, we said we want it to be the latter, right? The 5-1 at the time, now 6-1. This is unbelievable. Take it in, soak it in. Hell, you want to smoke? Smoke. You want to drink? Drink. I don't care what you do this Monday morning. Hell, you can do a brick of Coke. I don't care. You want to OD? Be my guest. No. I wouldn't recommend it.
Don't do that.
I wouldn't recommend it. But if there was ever a day, fuck it, I'm going out the right way.
Okay. You might miss the Carolina game next week, but... No, celebrate. I mean, this is... You're watching December, tough,
I think I forgot to mention this.
Meaningful football in December for the first time since, 2017? Lions fans enjoy this. And I talked about it on the pregame show yesterday. The Lions defense should treat Zach Wilson like he's Aaron Rodgers, like he's Tom Brady. Just because it's Zach Wilson doesn't mean a thing. And they showed up to play, for the most part, at least that front seven. It was impressive, man. They clicked on, I know offense struggled, but they're not always going to look pretty. I know the stats come out, the most consecutive 25-plus point games in history for the Lions. That stuff doesn't mean anything. A win's a win. It doesn't tell you in the standings how you won. It just gives you a win.
Nobody cares.
You're 7-7.
Nobody cares.
You're 500, Adam.
Jeff, when they were
1-6,
was 1-6 a fair reflection of the talent they had and the way they had been playing on offense? No.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't a fair reflection.
We echoed that many
times. And you know what?
times.
The NFL isn't fair. It isn't. But they stayed the course. They still have the confidence. And last I checked, I woke up this morning, Jeff.
Okay.
And the Lions are 7-7. I can't believe it. Wait, yes I can. Holy fuck! This feels great. This feels awesome. I love every second of this. This is fun.
Adam, isn't this fun? Winning games, trying to make the playoffs, but also having a top 5 pick that you don't have to earn. The Rams are earning it for us. You could make the playoffs and still have a top 5 pick. You know what? There's a lot to digest this morning. A lot of good things, a lot of great things.
I'm going to smoke my lungs out, and I'm not going to apologize to anybody. Mom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Turn it off. Oh, my God. What a weekend. What a weekend in sports.
Man.
It was a great weekend all around. Fish, I know you enjoyed yourself. It was... That was what you wanted Sunday to be. And, look, sometimes it's not about being right, but it's about understanding the moment. Right? It's more about understanding what's in front of you. Going into New York, I made it very clear this was going to be a tough game. This was going to be a game that you were going to struggle with. This was a game that if you could at least put up 20-21, you probably had a very good chance just because the Jets' offense is a mess. Since the Breece Hall injury, they are not the same offense they were in the early part of the year. And look, every team has to deal with injuries. How the Lions had to deal with it early on in the year. But the fact that they're 6-1, you don't win 6 of 7 games on accident. You don't win 6 of 7 games because, of luck. You don't win 6 of 7 games playing not good football. They're not turning the ball over. The coach has been better. The offensive coordinator has been special. Aaron Glenn has turned it around since they fired Aubrey Pleasant, and that's now back-to-back seasons. To Dan Campbell's credit, he's made tough leadership decisions. As a leader, your job is to make decisions where everybody in the room is saying, what the hell? And then in 3 months, everybody's like, yeah, that was the right decision. They did it last year with Anthony Lynn. And look, as much as we thought Aubrey Pleasant was maybe a scapegoat, you can't deny that since his firing, they're 6-1. I don't want to hear that he was a scapegoat anymore, or that was it was unfortunate. Clearly something was wrong, and they identified it. And one of the hardest things to do in the NFL, forget the NFL, in life, in business, anywhere, is to make tough decisions with people you care about, right? Nobody wants to break up with their girlfriend. Nobody wants to break up with their boyfriend. Hell, nobody wants to get a divorce. Sometimes you have to. The Lions have done that for 2 consecutive years now. They've owned up to their mistakes, and they're being rewarded for it. Last year, Amon-Ra St. Brown emerged. The offense was dynamic down the stretch. Jared Goff had one of his best 5-game stretches since 2018. And then that carried into next season. But it was the defense this time that was letting you down. It was the coaching decisions towards the end of games that was letting you down. And then they learned from it. And then they did a complete 180. And now they're 6-1. It's not about being surprised anymore. It's not about, is he the right coach? I'm not even interested in Dan Campbell talk for the moment at all.
No.
He has earned his keep. And to be 1-6, stay the course, not lose the locker room, and to start actually winning games goes a long fucking way with me. So shout out to him, his coaching staff, and the players. What a turnaround. We'll take a break. When we get back, let's go into the game. Let's all have some fun this morning. We'll put some polls in the chat. We will be taking calls later on. 313-552-6322. That is the call number. We got a lot of action today, but before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at the Sports Marketing Agency.
Let me tell you about our friends at the Sports Marketing Agency because they help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. If you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com for more information.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Bowling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling game, 2 to play for $12. The unlimited open play, or you can pay $120 for a lane reservation for up to 10 people. $2 mystery beer machine, full bar. Check it all out. FoldingWarehouse.com.
Good morning, everybody. As you can see, all the toys. It's that time of the year. Stuff Studio. I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome team went to Meyer this weekend.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was awesome.
Got a lot of toys for a lot of great kids over at Mott's Children's Hospital. This is going to be fun. And let's continue the fun. Let's continue the fun with the Detroit Lions, a 20-17 win. And they found a way to win a road game. And if you would have gone back 8 weeks, the Lions were 1-6, Jeff.
Yep.
They had a head coach who was 0-11-1 on the road, who had never won a home game as the Lions head coach, or excuse me, a road game, who, for the most part, found ways to lose games, and that's all he knew how to do. And somehow, someway, the last 7, all he knows how to do is win. And I am here for it. Jeff, it wasn't the pretty offense. It wasn't the overwhelming run game. It wasn't the deep shots to J-Mo, even though Jared Goff missed one. We'll get into the detail. It wasn't anything that you would have scripted, right? It wasn't the perfect game, right? You go into Sunday, I tell you, hey, how are the Lions going to win? You wouldn't chalk up one offensive touchdown, would you? But now they're doing something they've never done under Dan Campbell. They're getting all 3 phases of the game and putting them together. Special teams, you got 7 from them. Defense, hell of a job stopping the run. And then your offense. When you needed it most, when you were down 17-13, They came up with the plays. They came up with the play calls that allowed you to win the game. Defense, stifling. Granted, Robert Saleh in the timeouts, we can get to that a little later. But down the stretch, you forced a very difficult kick. Outdoors, wind gusting everywhere, and Zerline, I don't want to say shanked it, but he bowled it, man. He bowled it.
Yeah, it was far left.
Credit due. Offense, defense, special teams all showed up. Mm-hmm. And it's been like that for 7 weeks now. They're not getting in their own way. They're finding ways to win. They're winning on the road.
It's worth a celebratory hookah hit.
They're finding ways to win. And they have positioned themselves into a 7-7 record with the ability to possibly win 2 of the next 3 and likely even win out. So the question in the WoodwardSports.com chat is, will the Lions win out this year? And I'm only giving you 2 options. Yes. Or fuck yes. And I think all of you know what to answer. You're going to be the favorites against Carolina. You're going to be the favorites against Chicago. And Lambeau, we'll see how Green Bay plays the next few games. We'll see. But that will be interesting. So that's where we're at this year. And I'm here for it, Jeff. What a win.
And the biggest thing I've noticed, too, and Dan talked about this after the game, is the belief that these players have. They're approaching games with the mentality of, we're going to win this game. Unlike earlier in the season, you're 1-6. It's different. You're preparing week in and week out. You're not seeing the results. It's easy to buy in when you're winning, right? On top of Dan Campbell and how he's good at getting guys to buy in and being a leader of men. But the results are everything. This is a results-driven business. And you're winning, now it's 6 out of the last 7 games. I mean, this is unbelievable, the turnaround. If they make the playoffs, it'd be the only team besides the 1970 Bengals to make the playoffs after a start like that. And more than just him as a coach, can we talk about his decision-making more than just football? I'm talking about the coaching staff. Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, they're making decisions that previous regimes would find a way to fuck up. That's the reality. Last year, you fire Anthony Lynn early in the season. The offense looks stagnant. It's not working. Dan Campbell takes over. You have Ben Johnson as the pass game coordinator. It worked out. It was the right decision. Now Ben Johnson's your offensive coordinator. What an ending. The second decision, Brad Holmes trading T.J. Hockenson away. I was frustrated it was in the division. You can't argue what he got. And on top of that, you're 6-1 since the decision to trade TJ? Another great decision. How about firing or at least letting go Aubrey Pleasant? I was scared. I liked Aubrey Pleasant a lot. Didn't know the ins and outs of what was going on in the building. Turns out to be a good decision. Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn would have wrecked these decisions. That's the difference. This regime, football is everything. And Dan Campbell is a football coach. I'm buying in more and more, especially throughout the second half of the season. But the decision-making from him and Brad Holmes, they've seemed to make most... I mean, you could talk about nitpick and Brad Holmes and trading for Trinity Benson. I've always made that joke. But more than that, they're making all the right decisions, Adam. They really are. And Dan Campbell's getting these guys to buy in, and they're a complete football team. They're clicking on all 3 phases. And like I said before, nobody wants to play the Detroit Lions right now. They just don't. Especially when you have something to play for, like the Jets did, and you're out Mike White and Quinnen Williams. It's hard. It's tough. What a win. What a win. It is like Foxy says, it is the brand new Lions at this point. At least we're seeing it that way. I picked them to go 8-9 this season. They're going to go 10-7. I really do. I thought the Jets was the biggest test for them. If they beat the Jets, they're going to beat everybody else. Given they don't, trip over themselves. You should be able to beat Carolina. They have nothing for you offensively. Defensively, actually, they have something for you. And we're going to talk about that later in the week. We're going to enjoy today. But the Bears and Packers, no.
We'll get to Carolina.
They're winning out. They're winning out.
We'll get to Carolina because that game is going to be a lot like the Jets game in terms of how physical it will be. That Carolina defense is no joke. But if I were to end the season today, and I were to ask all of you at home, the Lions won 7 if the Lions won 7 games before the season started, a lot of you would sit here and say, hell yeah, Dan Campbell's heading in the right direction. He's improving as a coach. The team is heading in the right direction. That means Brad Holmes' picks are working out. And what do you know? James Houston on the box score yesterday and another sack. Aquara, 2 sacks. The Lions, 4 sacks. The Jets, 0. 10 quarterback hits for the Lions. The Jets could barely get to Goff. What was Brad Holmes' first draft pick? Penei Sewell. It completed an offensive line that now travels home, on the road, doesn't matter where. They're there. And they're a problem. And you know, yesterday wasn't the sexiest game. You ran for 100 yards. 52 came from Swift. I thought Swift actually had a pretty damn good game.
He did. I thought he
was effective on the ground.
I thought he should have got more carries, personally. But that's,
well, you know what?
That's another conversation.
What we've become accustomed to, right? They're going to give him a little bit of load management. Jamal Williams, like he's always been, is just a goal line back. He's not a running back one. And Justin Jackson, not his best game. But that was a hell of a Jets defense.
It's great defense.
It was a hell of a Jets defense. Khalif Raymond, not only the special teams touchdown, but some big-time catches, especially on the 3rd down for Jared Goff.
He's been doing that all year.
During that game, Amon Ra, what do you know, 7 catches, 76 yards, another impressive performance for him. That was just, again, I don't want to make light of wins. Enjoy them so much. But I found this one to be arguably the most satisfying of the year because you didn't play your best game. It wasn't the most efficient game on offense for you. Your defense, yes, forced a turnover. You know, Zach Wilson, God bless. You know, that was a gift. But, you know, you left a lot of points on the board in that game. And I find this one very satisfying because it was on the road against a very good defense, against a head coach who you knew was going to have his team ready for this game, especially defensively. It was going to be a battle. I called 19-16 on the show Friday. That was the final score. It was 20-17. It was always going to be a gritty game. And to me, it's those wins. It's not the wins when you blow out Jacksonville. Those are really nice. Don't get me wrong. But can you win a game that on most Sundays you aren't supposed to win? And they have. And they have figured out how to win. And again, I've never seen a turnaround like this. There's a reason why only one team that started 1-6 has made the playoffs. Since 1970 was the last time it happened. This doesn't happen. So as much as we can talk about Carolina and Chicago, and then we can talk about Green Bay, how about you just talk about right now? How about you talk about the fact that you're even 7-7 at this point in the year is a fucking Cinderella story. It's unbelievable.
And Adam, on top of that, they were the less disciplined team on Sunday. They had 6 penalties. Timely penalties, costly penalties, but they still overcame that. The fact that this team faced adversity on the road in a tough environment with playoff implications on the line, and they responded like that, despite how ugly it looked, a win's a win, baby. They're 7-7.
Win's a win, and I can get used to these kind of wins. But I'll tell you what, tomorrow's going to be a very, very special day. Hope for the holidays. Jeff Okuda will be joining founder of Lady Jane's and CEO, of course, of the Woodward Sports Network, Chad Johnson, and his awesome charity with Wicked Awesome Wishes. They will be giving kids clothes, keeping them warm, haircuts to make them look and feel great for the holiday season, gifts, you name it, they're doing it. It's such a special event. Tracy Walker will be there. A lot of Lions players are going to be there. It's going to be a hell of an event tomorrow. We're so excited to share it with all of you. We're so excited to share it with the community. So thank you to Jeff, thank you to Chad, and all the work they're going to be doing. We'll see you guys in just a minute. And when we get back, we'll take callers.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Whether you're a player or a fan, helping you buy, sell, or invest is Michael Phillips' top priority. Being in the game for over 23 years makes Michael the number one option for anybody. If you have real estate needs, give Michael Phillips a call, 313-403-0011. That's 313-403-0011. We are back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com. Adham, Beydoun, Jeff, Iafrate as always. What a beautiful Monday. It's a glorious Monday. And now it's about you guys. Phone lines are open. 313-552-6322. Alex, you can go ahead and pin it to the top of the chat. If you're watching live right now, make sure you hit the like button. Of course, make sure you're subscribed. And make sure for all of your latest news, you go to woodwardsports.com. Let's start the show off right. Let's start the show off with Mike. Mike, you're on the morning show. Good morning. What do you got for us?
What's up, buddy, man? It's Mike again, man.
How you doing?
I'm all right, man. That was a good game, man. But the question is, for me, that secondary, man, that we got to tighten that up, man.
Yeah, that's been a glaring issue. Definitely needs to be addressed in through the draft. No question about it. Definitely the weakness on this defense.
Man, that secondary is so very Jelko cool. Man, that was really, I don't know. I think that was an escape game. We got to tighten it up.
Yeah, I do have to tighten it up, but at the end of the day, they won a game that they struggled in. They won a game that they weren't, I don't want to say they weren't supposed to win, but they won a game that, if you only score one offensive touchdown, had I told you Friday, they're going to score one offensive touchdown and they're going to win, I think you would have looked at me and called me crazy.
Yeah, definitely crazy, but more of the story, I think this is an escape year for us, man. Like, it's still a lot of things we got to fish, but
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. They do got to clean it up. You know what? Maybe
it's just one of them years again that we just get a scapegoat, man. Like,
I don't know.
It's a lot of things we got to get fished up. I think we just escaping these games.
I don't know, Mike. I gotta disagree, unfortunately, because the way I'm seeing it is, I don't measure your character or your success when you're playing some of your worst football or things aren't going your way. I measure your ability to win games when that happens. They didn't turn the ball over. They stuck true to their game. They made the plays when they had to. And I'm sorry, these are the plays that they weren't making. So, Mike, I appreciate the call, buddy. Let's go to Cole. Cole, good morning, buddy. How you feeling?
Great. How are you guys feeling?
Oh,
we're feeling fantastic.
I'm feeling great.
I'm sure.
What you want to discuss, man?
really. First off, what a win yesterday. Gritty win. My mom said she doesn't think she's seen me that excited since I was 10 years old. But two things I thought, thinking this morning was, number one, I want to see Swift a little more involved. I thought he ran the ball great yesterday. He averaged 6.5 yards per carry compared to Jamal, who averaged 2.5. And then second, I really want to see J-Mo out there a little more. I want to see him involved a little more. You've seen him on that deep ball Goff miss, which really sucked. But overall, you're going to have those games in the NFL, but I definitely want to see more of Swift and J-Mo in the future.
And Cole, I agree with both your points. I think with DeAndre, I agree. I think he should have got more touches. And it's frustrating, too, watching him because as well as he did play, there were so many yards he left off the table, like his inability to go just north. Like, there were so many yards he missed out on. But to your point about Jameson Williams, man, I hope – I know it's only his third game, technically, and he's being ramped up every game. But you don't want to just see J-Mo run deep, especially Jared Goff the way he missed him. I mean, I want to see J-Mo be involved in different ways, wide receiver screens, set him on a slant. Like, J-Mo's too talented, so I'm assuming they'll use him down the stretch like that, but I agree with both your points, man, but we'll see.
Hey, Cole, do me a favor, buddy. Enjoy your Monday. Appreciate you calling in, man. Thanks so much, buddy. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
I'm going to give you guys a fair warning. You're going to call in today. I'm not having it. Any of you want to call in today and say anything negative or downplay or anything to do with not giving this team credit after Sunday's performance, here, I'll save you the time, because there are a lot of people that are happy this morning. There are a lot of people that should be happy and excited about this football team moving forward. So if you plan on calling in and being a little negative bitch, just a heads up, I'm going to tell you from now, because I'm not going to take your call, just suck my dick. All right, 34915 Woodward Avenue, Birmingham, Michigan, 48009 is the zip code. You can stop by. You can come into the studio. I will unbutton my pants.
All right.
And you can be on your knees right here, just under me. Having said that, we're not taking any of those calls. Let's go to Francis out in Dallas. Francis, a victory Monday for the Detroit Lions. They're now 7-7. How you feeling this morning, buddy?
Yeah, man, I'm feeling good, man. This is a great win, great win on the road and stuff, Like you were saying earlier, I don't get all the negativity and stuff, man. This is a great win, we're on this little win streak, man. Hopefully to push for the playoffs, Also, like you said, it wasn't our cleanest game, but we got it done. That's all that matters. It comes down to wins and losses,
And how often do you see that with this team, man? You've been watching them as long as I have. They lose these games.
Not that often. Yeah, not that often. These are important games, especially as a fan. We usually don't win these type of games in this month of December. So, as long as we get it done, it doesn't really matter how we get it done. But wins and losses, and especially when we're getting wins, that's the main thing as a fan and as a team.
I agree 100%. When you go up against a top 10 defense, by the way, Francis, appreciate you calling in this morning, buddy. When you go up against a top 10 defense, hell, even top 5. As good as the Jets are, you're not going to be able to score and have your way. Now, if I were to tell you you're playing Chicago in 2 weeks, I think you're feeling pretty good about dropping 27, 31, 34, 35. I can get behind that.
Right.
But to go in a game, it was a physical game. It was going to be an ugly game. You weren't going to execute as effectively as you always have because, well, the Jets also find solutions. And what I tell you on Friday, the Jets offer more solutions than any team, in my opinion, you face defensively for your offense. But you found a way, and that's all that matters. And I think that should be admired this morning. I really do. Let's go to Carl. Or excuse me, not Carl. God damn it, Fish. Let's go to Carrie. Out in Detroit. Carrie, you're on the Morning Woodward Show. What do you got for us? Let's go, baby!
Yeah! Man, first of all, I want to shout y'all boys out, man. Y'all make these morning shifts for me so fucking worth it, especially on a Victory Monday, baby!
Yes, sir! Appreciate you, Gary, man. Appreciate you.
Man, hell yeah, man. MCDC, man, that's my coach, goddammit.
Let's go, baby.
That is my motherfucking coach.
That's the shit I'm talking about.
Listen, Adam, I'm glad you said it because I didn't want to be the asshole calling and tell the other one shut the fuck up. Y'all this shit, you can suck my dick with that shit today, baby.
Damn right, bro.
Shit about my life, goddammit.
Hey, Kerry preaching, man. This man preaching.
Hey, listen, man. To answer the poll, fuck yes, we winning out. I don't see no motherfucking problem with any one of these bitch-ass teams on the goddamn schedule. Fuck the Carolina Panthers.
Yep.
Fuck the Bears.
Yep.
And fuck them goddamn Packers, baby. Yeah. Fuck up, baby.
This is my favorite call. But you know what, man? I think we're related. I think you're my brother from another mother.
I love it.
Brother, hey, look, man, we met down at the draft party at the brass rail, dog. Standing in me then. Get me on the show, baby.
I love it, man. We got to get Kerry on. Appreciate
You're
the
more than welcome
enthusiasm,
anytime.
man.
Great fucking call, man. Appreciate you. That is the shit I'm looking for on a Monday. That is the shit I'm looking for on a 7-7 Monday. You've won 6 of the last 7, and may I remind all of you, please, understand. We all agree it's hard to win in the NFL, right? I think we all agree with this. You don't need me to tell you. What the hell do I know more than you? You know it's hard to win in the NFL.
It's tough.
You don't win 6 of 7 on accident. You don't. You don't win 6 of 7 games. The last Lions coach to win 6 of 7 games, you name them. It wasn't Patricia. It wasn't Schwartz. Definitely wasn't Marinelli. Wasn't Morningwick. Wasn't Mariucci.
This is the first sniff.
6 of 7.
Yeah.
It's not an accident.
No.
And you will ask me, yes, why should a typical any Lions fan change their tone with this team? You've won 6 of 7. That is fucking impressive. It is impressive. And you deserve to enjoy your morning. So let's go to Jesse out in Florida, who has much better weather than we do this morning. Jesse, good morning. What do you got for us?
Man, what's up, man?
What's
Just
up?
chilling, man. Hey, look, I'm glad my Lions doing what they doing. I've had these Buck fans in my face last 3-4 years talking about how my Lions ain't nothing. We ain't gonna never be nothing. And now look at us. Look at the Bucks and look at us. You know, I'm down here from Tampa. I gotta go through this. Brady this, Brady that. Y'all gonna be the same thing with Brady leaves. Now look at Detroit.
Yeah, now you get the last laugh. Now you get the last laugh, Jesse.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
Yes, sir. Everybody in my house quiet now because, you know, the Bucks lost yesterday.
Man, the Bucks
yeah.
blew it too. 17-point lead against Cincy.
Yep.
Yeah. And then now today I'll go pick up my money from my own boy. Because he said we wasn't going to win 6 games this year.
Go cash out that 6.5 ticket, baby. Go cash out that 6.5.
Jesse, are they winning out?
Man, we won 10 games this year. I told him at the beginning of the year we win 10 games.
Yes, sir.
I told him we win 10 games.
I love it.
When golf and J-Mo get that connection together, it's going to be so explosive, man.
Absolutely.
No
Appreciate you
problem.
calling, buddy. You take care, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, Jesse.
Yeah, I'm glad he brought up J-Mo. Look, I know it's not pretty now and the connection isn't there, but you can already see how worth it that pick was.
Yeah.
You can see how much he adds to that offense already, and he's not even out there for a majority of the snaps yet.
Adam, that defense does not give up big plays, and J-Mo was wide open.
They are going to have their way for years to come with that offensive line and that wide receiving core. Before we go to break, let's hit up Wes in Detroit. Wes, you're on the morning show. What do you got for us, buddy?
What up, though, my boys? What
What's
a great
up,
win
man?
for us.
Yes, sir.
Now, I do want to point out we could clean up the penalties, but I think that comes from being in an anxious game like this, and that's expected. So I'm pretty sure he's going to get them boys ready later on in the year. J-Mo is, I like what they're doing with him. You don't want to see too much of him, but you want to let everybody know that, okay, he's here. This guy's here, which is good. I would have liked to see a J-Mo Sauce Gardner matchup, maybe down the field, maybe. But what I do want to point out is how great our line is. No sacks given up. And that's not being talked about how great this line has been put together in the past 2 years. So I want to point out how much of a great win it was on a good defense. Granted, there's missing people, but who cares? It's the NFL.
Yep.
Next man step up mentality. I think Jeff should buy Adam Moore, who could stuff, because Adham is lit this morning.
Oh,
and
man.
then, just want everybody to bask in this, man, because like you just said, a lot of these coaches did not do this, but Caldwell did.
Yep.
And that really didn't seem like it feels now.
Yes.
So, it's really a great win and a great feeling. And let's just point this out, too. It's my last point because I got to go to work.
My man.
Campbell was the best coach for us. I like what Salah's doing, but I think we would have been a little bit stuck with him.
I think there's something to it. I don't think it's definitive yet, but to your point, he seems to be the right guy, which I can't believe I'm saying. 7 weeks removed from a 1-6 start,
right.
And he was 0-11-1 on the road, but it does seem like he's the right guy at the moment. They've won 6 of 7. He has his team playing up to a different level, and I love the fact that he brought up Caldwell. Even when Caldwell was winning, it didn't feel like that. You blew the division his first year. You started 5-0, 6-2 that second year, and then you finished 7-9, and then it was 9-7 and 9-7, and it never felt like you were going to that next level. And I don't think there's a single Detroit Lions fan this morning that if I were to ask them, hey, do the Detroit Lions win the division next year? I would say 90 to 95% of you would say yes, and you would say it confidently.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a break. When we get back, we'll continue the calls. We'll continue to hear from the people. Aaron Glenn and company, in my opinion, their best defensive performance of the year. They made the plays when they had to, just like the offense did. It was an ugly game. It was a gritty game, but they never let the Jets get too far ahead. Hell of a game, hell of a performance. We'll get to all that and more coming up in just a bit. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Cintron.
Well, guys, if you're getting litty this morning, you need an energy drink to keep you awake. And that's Cintron, because it's the official energy drink of the Red Wings. Cintron has combined all 3 of their delicious flavors into a limited edition 6-pack sampler box. You can try Cintron's great tasting cranberry, classic, or sugar-free, all in one pack. Pre-order your Cintron 6-pack sampler box today at cintronworld.com/Red Wings. Get energized with Cintron.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What's a winter wonderland if you can't shop, eat, and play? Lucky for you, you can do it all at the Downtown Detroit Market, Cadillac Lodge, and the new winter version of the Monroe Street Midway, all located just across the street from Campus Martius Park. Find the fun at deckedoutdetroit.com.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Jeff Iafrate here. Let me tell you about our friends at Alta, because at Alta, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. If you have a big project coming up, Alta Rent has you covered. Call them today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA, 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
We are back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com. And here's what we got. We got the people on the line. We've got people anxiously waiting, patiently waiting. And I gave you a heads up earlier. I'm not accepting any calls of anybody this morning trying to diminish or slander this Lions team in any way possible. We'll start with Joey in the Woodward Sports Chat. Joey says, the Lions' record since last year, 10-20-1. Thank you, Captain Obvious. You are correct, sir. That is a fact. They are 10-20-1. They went 3-13-1 last year with a below-average roster. Below average roster, a team that was healthy and consistently all season, had the second worst defense in the NFL, and only found their stride maybe down the stretch. They won 3 games. Last I checked, they were picking second in this past NFL draft for a reason, but you could see the progress. You could see the young players stepping up, and then, of course, they had 2 first-round picks this year. They drafted some players. They went and got a James Houston, a Kirby Joseph now. You have an Aiden Hutchinson. Now Jameson Williams returning. Okay, Malcolm Rodriguez in the starting lineup. A lot of players coming through. And yeah, they're 10-20-1, Joey, and I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Because if you're going to sit here and say they're 10-20-1, that makes no sense to me this morning. They've won 6 of 7. They look like one of the favorites to get the final wild card spot. And you want to bring up last year as if anybody cares?
In a clear rebuild.
When
but
everybody
anyway.
knew that last season was a clear rebuild 1 year? Please.
And one quote by Sean Payton that I love so much, and he talked about this on the Cowherd show, is the best thing is when you win a game, but there's so much to clean up. Rather than
it's
you
a
lose.
coach's dream.
A coach's dream. Because you get to coach hard, but you won the game. They're in a great situation. You won the game. And you still got a lot of things to work on. Like, that's the last of my concerns. A win's a win. It'd be better. It'd be worse if you lost and you had all these mistakes. So I don't want to hear any of that.
Let's do it. Let's go to Quinn. Quinn, out in Grand Rapids. You're on the morning show. Good morning, buddy. What do you got for us?
Good morning, fellas. Happy Victory Monday to you. And this is also Piston Fan 11 in the chat. Shout out to all the chat boys.
My guy.
Chat boys that know football, anyways. I'm here to do 2 things. Well, other than enjoy the win. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little touchdown end zone dance on our boy, Abe, the Jets fan. I know, Abe, I know you're out there listening somewhere. And Abe was on Big D Energy last Friday, and he was on one. He just said that he thought that the Jets with Mike White were going to get the win, and he said 23-20. But then he said once he found out about Zach Wilson, he was a lot less confident. But then somehow picked the Jets to win 20-13. So I don't know the logic there. There is no logic there. Sorry to hear about that, Abe.
Yeah.
Then Abe told us that the Jets had 10 defensive linemen that could start on any team in the NFL. Well, all 10 of those suckers didn't get 1 sack, Abe. So I don't know what teams they're starting on. Maybe you meant the CFL, brother, but I hope you're enjoying the Monday wherever you are out there.
Hey.
Second thing I'm here to do, if we do what I think we all believe we can do at this point, and we run this table, and I'm taking it 1 week at a time. I'm just looking at the Panthers. People have talked about Dan Campbell potentially winning Coach of the Year if we run the table, and I think deservedly so. He would have to be discussed. I think coming from 1-6 with this Lions team, I think is more impressive than winning with the Eagles. But we can leave that alone for a minute. If that happens, we need to start pushing very strongly. Brad Holmes is the executive of the year. We have contributors on this team like Bugs and Raymond and Kaminsky that were waiver wire pickups and scrap heap free agents that nobody wanted, and they're contributing to winning football. We have guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown, Rodrigo, and someone that might end up beating Hutch in rookie sacks and James Houston that are all 4th-round or later contributors that are putting in big numbers and big work and helping us win games. So not only does Dan Campbell deserve his shine, but I haven't heard, and I know you guys give him his flowers, but I haven't heard nationally, et cetera, I haven't heard enough people talking about if the Lions do this thing, and we believe they do, Brad Holmes should be the executive of the year.
I completely agree with both of those points. And to address Abe real quick, which is it's ironic because Abe with Mike White said they'd win. He gave him 20-something points, like you said. But then when Zach Wilson starts, the Lions' points went down. And I'm like, okay, curious how that works. Abe's an interesting guy. I love Abe. Told him they'd have to score at least 20 to beat us. He realizes that now. But moving on, to your point about Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, I completely agree. I think the Brad Holmes point you made was excellent. I mean, the amount of contributors they have that are Brad Holmes' draft picks, and like you said, Kamitsky, Buggs, guys that were dropped, cut, and Brad Holmes brings them, and now they're playing significant snaps for the Lions. I think Brad Holmes, to me, right now is the front runner. I mean, he should be. Dan Campbell, if he wins out, I can see a scenario because he'd be the only team besides the 1970s Bengals to make the playoffs after starting 1-6. And to me, to do something that a historic Pistons fan deserves recognition. So I think they have a legitimate case for both of those guys. I completely agree with you.
Absolutely. Keep up the good work, fellas, and bring on them Panthers, baby.
Bring them on. Let's go.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Never seen a Panther beat up a Lion.
Enjoy your Monday, man. That was...
You too. Except when...
I don't want to talk about
PJ
it.
Walker
I'm not gonna
beat us with Matt Patricia.
I'm not going to talk about the Jets
That's another point.
This morning. Well, shut up, Jeff.
But, Abe, man, I love it. I love it.
Here's what we're going to do. All right, we got 4 minutes before we hit the top of the hour. All right, we're going to continue the calls. Today's about you guys. I want you to enjoy this very, 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 very much so. So let's continue the calls. Let's go to Alex out in Tampa. Alex, you're on the morning show. What do you got for us, buddy?
Hey, guys. Awesome win yesterday, obviously. Lions keep on trucking along. I'll be quick with this one. It's a little bit of a pessimistic because I love Ben Johnson so much. What percentage of the team's success offensively do you attribute to Ben Johnson? And then what's your concern level on him getting a head coaching job? Thanks, guys.
That's a tough one because I think Dan does deserve credit for the offense. I think what Ben Johnson has done, I would say like 60 to 70% he's responsible for. A lot of it is through the vision and the way Dan Campbell sees the game. So I do think Ben Johnson deserves most of the credit, of course, but I don't want that to diminish from Dan. And then I'm not really worried about him leaving. I just don't see him walking away. The Chargers won yesterday. They're likely going to be in the playoffs. Brandon Staley doesn't look like he's going to be going anywhere if they do. I don't see a job in the NFL that's going to be available that would entice him to leave. Where he's like, I can't pass up this opportunity. And the thing about Ben Johnson is he's an offensive coordinator, and he's young. And that is one of the best positions to be in the NFL because he has options. He knows I can coach here another year, and there will be 5, 6, 7 jobs open again. And I will pick the one that either has the best quarterback or the one where I can draft my franchise quarterback. So I'm not too worried about Ben. I do think he's here next year. That's where I'm at this morning, Jeff.
No, and I agree. I think Ben is now on the watch list for many GMs. I think people, and even Zach Taylor complimented him, tried to pull him away to the Bengals. He talked about that earlier this year, but he's on the watch list. I don't know if he'll be hired, but in the next year or two, I expect Ben Johnson to be hired. I mean, he's a fantastic play caller. He's a great communicator. He's a great person. And guys, once you get him in the building and you interview him, people are going to fall in love with Ben Johnson. I can already see it. And in terms of how much credit goes to Ben Johnson, I mean, that play call, Dan admitted. I mean, that was a great play call by Ben Johnson. He makes those important plays, especially in the red zone. They're the number one team. Efficiency in the red zone. I mean, that's credit to Ben Johnson. Dan Campbell gets part of that. He helps game plan, but Ben Johnson's been guys, he's been everything as advertised.
I'm gonna help you guys out here. I'm gonna give you some insight and hopefully a new perspective that you can now watch your Detroit Lions football with. Okay. I want you to pay attention. Hell, if you want to go back and watch the Jets game, be my guest. I want you to see how Ben Johnson and Jared Goff, of course, but Ben Johnson really sets up this offense. How they motion players, why is so important, why they motion players so much. Well, they're trying to identify the coverage.
Right.
And then they have a backup play that they go into the huddle with already on the just in case. And if you want to label Ben Johnson as, quote, a hot coordinator, I'm sorry. I don't know a coordinator. Don't bring up Jim Bob Cooter.
Why not?
Because it's totally irrelevant, and they are not the same. And I brought this up in the first segment. Go watch 57 on the touchdown play to Brock Wright. Go watch 57 for the Jets. He got suckered. Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion. Everybody's expecting Amon-Ra to run and be a blocker, a willing blocker.
Right.
Play action, and who slips from the right side underneath, right past 57, who is going to his left because he thinks it's a run? Brock Wright. That's play calling. That's scheming guys open. That's calling guys open. That wasn't an accident. That wasn't, quote, busted coverage from the Jets. The Lions forced it. And why is up-tempo offense such a problem in the NFL? Hell, even college. You're making defenses communicate.
Yeah. And react quickly.
On the fly.
Yeah.
They took advantage of it. So go back and watch the Jets game. You'll see what Ben Johnson does and understand why it's poetry in motion. Because he's doing all the little things that give this offense the advantage. We know about the offensive line. We know about the run game. We know about Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Right.
But it's those little things on Sunday that win you football games. And it did this past Sunday. Let's take a break. Top of the hour coming up. When we get back, we'll continue the calls. But we also have to talk about this Cinderella story. So we're going to pause a little bit. From 1-6 to 7-7. How in the hell are we here? We'll get to that in just a bit. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Guardian Alarm.
Well, the only defense I could argue that's been playing better than the Lions as of late is Guardian Alarm, because they're always consistent. If you're spending time inside trying to stay out of the cold weather, Guardian Alarm will give you peace of mind and let you feel protected. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT. You can rest easy knowing you have 24/7 protection. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT. Let them know your friends at Woodward Sports sent you.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff-A Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Ryan Ermanni, one of the few people I like here at the Woodward Sports Network.
Great guy.
Decent guy. Not great. Decent guy. But
Great guy.
He's been great the last few weeks because he's been on a plan with Custom Health Centers and Dr. Jason. And he's lost weight. He went from having 7 chins to 2. And I'm pretty damn proud of him. So if you guys want to check him out, go to Ermanni and Edwards, 2 o'clock. They'll be live today. See the life-changing alterations he's made to his body with Dr. Jason and everybody at Custom Health Centers. And of course, Fish, I might take you down there. I took my nephew the last time. might have to take you down to whatever the hell it's
Monroe
called.
Street?
Monroe Street Midway.
I went down in the summer. It was nice. I
Well, you
enjoyed
need to go in the
myself.
winter. Well, now they got the whole
No, I
winter
know.
setup.
I wanna
Bumper
go in the
cars,
winter.
arcades.
Anything?
You gonna go?
Oh,
if I
yeah.
take you?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to tell me more. But
Well,
yeah,
I
I'll
want to
go.
take you.
Okay, I'd love to go.
You down?
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to talk about soccer.
Okay,
So when we get in the bumper cars, though, I'm gonna kill you.
that's fine. I'm expecting it.
You good with that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe not the killing part, but yeah.
All right, very good. Very good. We're back here on the Morning Woodward Show. It's a Cinderella story. Feet are up. I am lightheaded as hell.
I
I'm
told
pretty
you sit
dizzy.
in that chair to
I'm
revive
not gonna
you.
lie, I might pass out during the show. So if I do, you guys take the lead. All of you just talk
I
to
told
each other
you.
in the chat.
Hey,
I literally might pass out, and I'm not stopping.
You did put that on Twitter, by the way. You said you might pass out, so I was fully aware that you would pass out. But oh well, life happens.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Where do we want to start? 1-6. You couldn't find ways to win games. All you know how to do is lose. You hadn't won a road game yet. Hey, I'm not joking, Jeff. Seriously, if I pass out, it's a you and Fish now. So you guys got to take the reins.
Okay.
Hey, I can lead a show. You don't think I can lead a show?
No, you can't.
What do you mean I can't
I
lead
have
a
zero
show?
faith in you.
I can carry this whole show on my back.
I love you.
Just toss it and whoop. By the way, we got toys back here, so whenever you want, I'm probably doing the Stuff a Studio segment later on. We're doing a segment, by the way, this week. It's called Bring Adam's Childhood Back. We're going to show you some toys and try to bring your childhood back.
Shut the hell
So
up.
that'll be happening throughout the week. So everyone,
Here's what we're gonna
bring
do.
toys. Oh,
Shut
okay,
the hell up.
great.
Mute your mic.
I was promoting Stuff a Studio.
Fuck the kids. Mute your mic. I don't talk about the lines right now. I don't want to talk about
We do
kids.
not support that message.
I support whatever message I want.
Not
Fish, shut the
not
hell up
us.
and mute
We
your
love
mic.
the kids.
You can. I don't give a shit. All right.
That's the drugs.
You
coming in.
ass.
Not
Don't
an
do
ass.
drugs,
I'm trying to talk
everybody.
about the Lions.
Okay, okay.
Both of you shut the fuck up. Now, before we went to break, we had a very interesting caller bring up Brad Holmes. And I want to talk about Brad for a little bit because I think he has just as much to do with this turnaround as anybody. It is the depth and talent he's brought to the network. It's the depth and talent he's brought to this team. You've seen it now develop throughout last season, now this season. And Executive of the Year, I think it's a bit much. I think it's early. From my understanding of the voting, typically Executive of the Year is for a team that either A, makes an insane turnaround and makes the playoffs, which is still to be determined with this team, even though we're all confident in them to make the playoffs. So I'm not sure where I'm at there, but James Houston in the 6th round, Malcolm Rodriguez,
Yeah. How many contributors do they have?
Ali McNeil, Aiden Hutchinson,
Because of Brad Holmes.
Penei Sewell, now Jamison Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Derek Barnes. The list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on with this guy. And I can't get enough of it. I can't at all. He's unbelievable. He's done a hell of a job. So from 1-6 to 7-7, you've won the turnover battle. That's been the key. You've forced a takeaway on defense for 13 consecutive games. You are now not turning the ball over, which is something Jared Goff was prone to early on in the year. I don't want to sit here and say it's obvious why they've turned it around. But if I tell you you win the turnover battle 6 of the last 7 games, 7 of the last 8 games, you would tell me, wow, we'd probably be 5-3 or 6-2. And what do you know? You're 6-1. Your quarterback's not turning the ball over. You're not going for on 4th down in your own side of the field and giving them 7 points. You're not passing up 3 points on the road against a backup quarterback, a 3rd-string quarterback for that matter. That is a big change from the head coach down to the players. It's at an all-time high in confidence. And, you know, Dan alluded to this in the postgame yesterday. He said, you know, we believed we would win that game. Even after the Jets scored, we knew we were going to win that game.
Right.
And did any of you doubt it when the Jets scored? And I'm going to be honest with you, because I was watching, and I wasn't tweeting out live like I usually do, but I was like really heated watching that game.
They didn't score an offensive touchdown
That was
yet,
intense.
So
My heart was racing.
Yes.
But when the Jets took the lead, I don't want to say there wasn't a doubt in my mind they would score, but I was very confident that the Lions were going to go down and score. I had no doubts. I really didn't. Why should I? They had moved the ball up and down the field most of that game. They just needed to execute in the red zone and walk away with 7. And, of course, they got it on a Brock Wright touchdown. That was nice. And that was game over. You took the wins. You took everything. You took everything from New York. Jets fans, you could drop a pin in that stadium after that touchdown. That was nothing short of special, impressive, and I'm here for it. I'm so glad I get to smoke on a Monday, because when I smoke on a Monday, it means the Lions won. And more than anything, I get to burn my lungs. I get to smoke them out. I get to pass out after the show, and I'm not going to apologize for it. And yeah, honestly, I can't even get a sentence or two together right now because I'm pretty fucked up, and I don't care.
Not.
I don't care. It's my Monday. I'm going to enjoy it the way I want to.
As you should.
I hope all of you are getting as blazed as I am this morning. I hope all of you, your doctors are watching right now and looking at you like, what the hell are you doing? You got blood pressure issues, and you're smoking like a goddamn chimney on a Monday morning? You're damn right, Doc. There's nothing you're going to do to stop me. You're going to have to kill me to get me to stop doing this. That one. Oh, by the way, it's Monday. How'd I forget? We didn't do our round of applause.
Oh, yeah.
What am I doing?
I don't know.
What am I doing? Let's start with the first one. Here we go. Let's give a round of applause to the New York Jets.
Yeah.
For sucking dick.
Yeah.
Take that out. Oh, God. Let's start with the second one. Who gets the second one? Let me think here.
You know who.
The whole Jets line.
You know who.
The second round of applause this morning goes to everybody that doubted Brett Holmes early on in the year and told me that they didn't have any talent. Round of applause for all of you.
Yeah. Shout out to those people, man. Shout out.
All right. We got a few more. Let's see. The third one is going to be...
What are you doing?
Third one's got to be for Dan Campbell.
Oh, of course.
And the turnaround he's made.
MCDC!
Yeah!
Dan Campbell, his team, hell of a job turning it around. 6-1 over the last 7 games. And then, of course, the last one. And I think the most important one, the one that will go underrated on a Monday morning.
Underrated. Ooh. Can't wait for this one.
Adam.
My lungs for dealing with my shit.
Okay.
Oh my God!
No clapping. Cool.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Phone lines are open. You guys know what to do. Owen, Brandon, Kyle, Eric, I see you on the lines. We'll get to you in just a minute, but before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Big Boy, when we get back, it's all about you guys. Your thoughts on the turnaround, your thoughts on the performance Sunday. We want to hear from all of you, but before we go, Jeff.
Let me tell you about it. Wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. You could try the classic meatloaf or Cajun chicken Alfredo, but how about the breakfast as well? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. The Lumberjack, Santa Fe Garden, or Blockbuster. Stop by your local Big Boy today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Jeff Akuta and Wicked Awesome Wishes present Hope for the Holidays. Jeff Akuta gives his financial support, time, and love for the city of Detroit with Chad Johnson and his amazing foundation, Wicked Awesome Wishes. Together, Jeff and Chad have been game planning all year long to make this Christmas one to remember for underprivileged children and their families. Special thanks to Lions players Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tracy Walker, Will Harris, and more, along with Lions alumni Lomas Brown and Joyak Bell, and the awesome people at Lighthouse Coolidge Community Building in Oak Park. Together, we'll make sure every child has new shoes, warm coats, hats, and socks, plus free haircuts to help everyone feel their best. And don't forget Woodward Sports' Braylon Edwards, Ryan Ermanni, and Darren McCarty will be there too. Hope for the holidays from Jeff Akuta and Wicked Awesome Wishes.
Chili Pepper Standings, you'll find all the cleanest salons in the D with spotless, sanitized rooms and trained and certified tanning professionals. You can join the Pepper Club for all the best deals. They'll beat all competitors by $5. ChiliPepperStanding.com. Hottest bulbs, hottest deals, darkest tans. Your vitamin D headquarters. 27 locations and more on the way.
Chili Pepper Stand.
All right, we are back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com. Owen, you're on the morning show, buddy. What do you got for us?
You, Adam and Jeff.
What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Not much. I have no voice, so I was at the game yesterday. Happy Victory Mondays. I got to say that was probably one of the best experiences watching us score that Brock Wright touchdown and just watching the Jets fans walk out. They didn't even make it to the final drive. But
well, they knew.
Yeah, they knew, but you were sitting there watching the 53-yarder, and you were like, the wind. I was in the end zone where that field goal was coming, and I watched the JMO pass earlier. And what I have to say about that pass is I've never seen a ball just fall straight down in my life. That ball, he turned and that ball was coming straight down. So I think if there was no wind, I think that was a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Look, the weather did play a factor, but at the end of the day, man, you were in the end zone. You were watching. That was electric. That was special, and it's a win again. It's a win that this team, in its history, doesn't win, and they're doing it.
Yeah,
man.
No, definitely not. That was a game to lose. That last drive when the Jets were going down, I was surrounded by Jets fans, and they're all cheering. And I was just like, why? Like when they caught that ball when they were getting that last play before the field goal. That clock hit 0. I don't know how they got that timeout in.
You know what? Honestly, you were at the game. It was a little different, but just from watching at home, Robert Saleh was running down the sideline, calling that timeout with 3 seconds left. By the time he got towards the ref, there was 1 second left. Even if the Jets would have tied it, I didn't really have an issue with it because if that was Dan Campbell doing it and he was running down the sideline, I would have wanted the refs to give him that timeout. So.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah, I guess the clock in the stadium was moving a little bit faster than on TV. That's all.
It is. I appreciate it, Owen. Thank you so much, buddy. You have a great Monday, man.
Appreciate the call.
You too.
Yep. Let's go to Brandon out in Jersey. Brandon, you're on the morning show. What do you got?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
I just got to say 2 things. I don't know who the hell that tight end was. But for him to catch that football like he did, that motherfucker looking like Martin Lawrence after he stole that damn pie out the way. He was hauling ass to say this like.
You ain't lying. You are not lying.
And then the second thing is, I'm already happy with this season. So my whole mindset is now like going into the draft. So if he was to grab like three defensive players and another lineman and a running back, I think it would be the same conversation as the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. I think let's get it hell out there.
You are spot on this morning. I don't want to look ahead to the draft, but your point isn't less true. This is 100% correct. This is a team next year that is going to be one of the favorites to win the North, and they're going to be one of the teams you just don't want to play, just like they were this season, even before the 1-6 start, when we stood up here and we said, hey, This is going to be a pain in the ass team to play against. The offensive line travels. If they can have an average defense, not even good, just average, they would be a team that would be able to win 7, 8, maybe even 9 games, especially with the schedule they had. And you're seeing it play out. You're seeing it play out. Let's go to Eric. Eric, you're on the morning show. The Lions can't stop winning. And what do you have to say about it?
What up, though, guys?
What up, though?
Man, let's go. Man, I just want to tell everybody, shut up. Let's enjoy this. We got two raw wins, man. Come on. We didn't beat credible teams.
Yep.
Man, shut up. Enjoy this. When the last time the Lions been on a roll like this? Early in the season, me and Adam, we questioned Dan Campbell.
Yes,
it was right to do it, but now this man brought the heart of this city to this team. They play like it. And just watching this game, y'all, I was a fan watching the game inside the game. Because I'm a huge football fan. But the trenches, man, I don't want to hear nobody talk about Aiden Hutchinson didn't have no impact. Because he demolished their run game.
Absolutely.
Every sack that we got was based on Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson demolished it yesterday. It might not show up in the stats, but go back and watch that game. The trenches. Then I want to point out this. I got to give some love to Taylor Decker. In 6 weeks, Taylor Decker has not given up one pressure. Not a sack. Not one pressure. Man, that guy playing out his mind. Let's go. Shut up, all you negative Nancys. Let's go. It ain't nothing y'all can say. Enjoy this. 1-6 to 7-7, and y'all want to sit here. Well, we went. We lost last year. This. Shut up,
Eric. I love
man.
you,
Y'all not football fans, man. Dan Campbell is showing y'all. Aaron Glenn is showing y'all. Brad Holmes is showing y'all. These young players are showing y'all. When you embrace what somebody is bringing. When you embrace the city, when you embrace winning, this is what it gets you. I'm looking towards the future, and I want to say, Adam, man, Jeff, enjoy this, man. Let's kill all this negative stuff. We can keep that for another day, but let's just enjoy this.
Let's enjoy it because you know what, man? You're so fucking right on. Because to start the year, 1-6, man, that was tough times. Those were hard shows to have. Sitting up here having to come up with, talking points. And, Jeff, on a Sunday night, they're 1-6. We're prepping for the show. We come in early. Jeff, what are we doing today? I mean, how is it that they're 1-6? The offense is exceptional. They had a few struggles, yes, but it didn't make sense. This wasn't a team that was a bottom feeder like a Houston. Hell, even like Chicago are now. This wasn't a bottom feeding roster. It was a roster that, yes, last year was one of the worst ones, and they rightfully picked second overall.
Right.
But they got better. And you knew if coaching was legit, that they could take that next step, which could be 7, 8, 9 wins. And now they're on track to do it. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear about him going for it on fourth and inches, I believe, at the 1 yard line and getting stuffed, or 4th and goal. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
No,
because I would have made the same damn call. It's Zach Wilson.
You're pinning him at the.
I'm pinning him at the one worst case scenario. If I get stuffed for a loss, they're at the 2 yard line.
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
Make Wilson go 99 yards on him.
I don't want to hear it. They coached a good game. Yes, I didn't like the field goal attempt with Badgley at the end. It was the same thing he did against Minnesota. Granted, there was 7:57 left, I believe, on the clock, but. I can look past things when you're winning games.
Right.
It's tough to sell me on a product, on a future, on a vision, when you're 1-6, making the same mistakes you made last year with a better team. So hell of a call, Eric. Appreciate you calling in, buddy. Well done. Let's go to Ron. Ron, you're on the morning show out in Cincinnati. What do you got for us? You there, Ron?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Yep, we hear you now.
All right, cool. Hey, so check it out. My first call, this is my second time calling in. I went in on AG. Hey, I need to apologize. I say you should take your shirt off. So if they lose, the loss of fuck it, that's old, right? Jeff was worried about my blood pressure. Fuck it. But second thing, It's time to win the fucking cocaine. Fuck drafting the cocaine. We got to win the fucking cocaine.
Yes, sir.
Hey, fuck the Panthers.
Damn right.
Fuck the Bears.
Yep.
Fuck the Packers.
That's my guy.
Ayahuasca, Aaron. Fuck that. Fuck him. We can beat them all. Who in the NFC scares you? 49ers don't scare me with fucking Purdy.
I love this guy.
Purdy scares you?
I love
Purdy
you.
scares you? Purdy don't
I love
scare
you.
me. I'm not scared of him.
Ron, we may be blood
One of the
brothers.
last guys.
I love that.
I'm telling you. Dude, who's scared of them? Hey, the Eagles almost lost to the Bears. We almost beat them. Not scared of them. Like, why not win the Super Bowl? Hey, this old guy called a couple weeks ago talking about we might need to win the Super Bowl next year. Why not win it this year?
Man, that is... Ron, I'll tell you what.
I'm being serious. Who scares you? Tell me.
I would say only the Niners and the Eagles, and I wouldn't say scare you, but those are the two best teams in the NFC. Right. And if you were to tell me who's
beat them, though.
I do think they can beat them. I do. This is a Lions team nobody wants to play right now. Nobody wants to play them. And to your earlier point, Ron, I don't think you have to apologize. I don't think any fan should have to apologize when their team is 1-6 and they are rightfully criticizing their team. So no, I don't think you have to apologize to Aaron Glenn. I do think, though, now that they have turned the corner and they've won 6 of 7, I think it's fair to acknowledge, you know what? You know what, Aaron Glenn? Well done. Way to turn it around. But I'm not in the apology game. Apologies are for when you say something and everybody in the room is looking at you like, dude, I don't know about that. I'm not going to let you apologize for that, but appreciate you, Ron. Great call, buddy.
Hell yeah. Hey, we gonna do it, man.
It's looking great.
Hey,
I'll tell you that.
Hey,
appreciate you, Ron.
Hey, take care, man.
Yep, I'm here for it. I love it. And that's, man, I keep saying this, Adam, and we've taken callers all season. But just the aura, the feeling within these Lions fans, I love it. I love it. You haven't had this optimism since, what, 2014? Legitimate optimism? It's crazy. It really is. What a time to be a Lions fan. It's incredible.
Absolutely.
It's incredible.
Absolutely. Let's go to the chat a little bit. Let's see what people are having to say. Disinfo says the 54 yard field goal was awful. Needed to punt there and pin the Jets deep. I agree. And if there's one thing I don't agree with, is giving a bad offense good field position. Again, the risk reward. If you make that field goal, it's still a one possession game. Okay?
Right. You're only up 6. So
nothing changes. You punt, you pin them back, maybe the Jets don't even go down and score, and then you win it a different way. But again, the game played out the way it did. They made the decisions they did. And at the end of the day, they won. And that's something you can't take away from any football team. I don't care if you won like the Raiders won yesterday. I don't care if you won like the Jaguars won yesterday. You win, it's a win.
Like I said,
you can always worry about this needs to be better, or you could do this better, or we can do that better. That's fine. That's any team around the entire league any Monday.
Mm-hmm.
But it's better when you win. Let's take a break. When we get back, boy, how the tables have turned. From questionable coaching decisions coming out of Detroit to now suddenly coaches on the opposite sideline making questionable decisions. Now it's the Lions not shooting themselves in the foot. It's the other teams. And I'll tell you why that's important coming up next. But before we go, I got to tell you guys about our good friends over at Swiss.
Let me tell you about them, because, guys, with the holiday season here, Swiss Insurance wants to remind you to insure those gifts of jewelry or collectibles. In the last 2 weeks alone, Swiss has saved its clients on an average of 26% on their insurance premiums while increasing coverage. That's a ton of money to free up for the giving season. Merry Christmas from Swiss Insurance. Go Lions.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff a Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward and Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock. to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Motor City Christmas, the most wonderful time of the year. Sleigh bells ring and caroling, songs of love and cheer. Lights shine over me and you, walking down Woodward Avenue.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a safe and Happy New Year from the Feldman Automotive family.
All I want for Christmas is a Lions win, the Pistons in the playoffs, and the Red Wings to dominate. I don't ask for much.
I'm asking for a punt! A single punt!
And I've been really good this year.
Oh, you're so naughty. You're so naughty.
Woodward Sports.
Open all winter long. Decked Out Detroit now brings the Monroe Street Midway, the Cadillac Lodge. It's all wintered out, baby. Winter bumper cars, indoor arcades, foods and drinks that you can have before or after you play any of the games. Shop, eat, and play downtown Detroit this winter with our good friends over at Bedrock Detroit. We are back here on the Morning Woodward Show live! WoodwardSports.com. And you're damn right, the Lions are 500! And I can't believe it. I wish I could tell you I could believe it, but I can't. I actually can't. From 1-6 to now 7-7. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I don't believe it. Another road win. Another win. 6 of 7. They're looking like one of the scarier teams in the NFC. Outside of the Niners and the Eagles, I don't think there is a team in the NFC right now playing better football than the Detroit Lions. I can't believe it. I can't. Alex, who's that beautiful gentleman behind you right now?
Let's go.
How's the post-game show?
This is the Dan Campbell dance. We invented it on the post. Alex, move. We invented it on the post-game show because that's what Dan Campbell was doing on that fourth down call.
Yeah, he's.
I complain about fourth down calls a lot, but my God, a 51-yard touchdown pass to a tight end on fourth down. Did you see what the Jets thought they were going to do? I wrote an article about it. It's on WoodwardSports.com.
Check it out.
We literally talked about this, and what they were able to. It was all a scheme. They put St. Brown in motion. I mean, look, let's be real. 9 times out of 10, you're thinking it's a run, right? That's typically a run play or a quarterback sneak. They put St. Brown in motion like they had all game. 57, who's the key player here for the Jets, obviously reacted to it, moved to his left. They come out the break, it's play action, and who slips underneath? Brock Wright. That was special, man. That's what you see out of Kyle Shanahan. That's what you see out of Prime McVay. That's what you see out of Andy Reid.
And after he dropped a pass, too, you went back to him. You know, he dropped a major pass, you went back to him. That's what teams do. Lions are 500.
If they go 10-7, this is up there for one of the greatest turnarounds.
Are you good to fill in if I pass out on the show?
Yeah, especially with that hookah.
All right, cool. I'm game. I'm game. We're back here
What
on the
about me,
Morning
ding
Woodward
dong?
Show. Fish, shut the hell up and mute your mic.
What about me, ding dong?
Shut the hell up. Fish, who is this gentleman that I'm answering the phone to? That's his name? Official?
Yeah, that's his name. You want to talk to him?
Yes, I do want to talk to him.
Okay, here we go.
I'm talking. Good morning, buddy.
Good morning. Good morning. Calling all the way from South Carolina.
I love it, man. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. What a Monday. It feels amazing. The Lions are 7-7. So let's talk about it. Because me being in Carolina and them playing in Carolina, excuse me, man, I'm excited, so my voice is kind of breaking.
It's all good.
But with them playing Carolina, Christmas Eve, we can't let this win distract us from winning that game. You know, Carolina defense tends to wake up sometimes, you know. And just beating the Jets, man, it does feel amazing, but we still have to stay on track.
And what I love, too, and what actually gives me even more confidence they're not going to let this get to him is Calvin Shepard. Did you see his quote last week talking about complacency and how if you get complacent and you're a part of the Lions, you got to get out of here because winning 6 in a row now, or 6 out of 7, you should not get complacent. And I think that's the message being delivered. So I think they got the right guys, at least in the leadership positions, to keep these guys focused. And you saw it. I got worried last week, I'm going to be honest with you, after that Vikings win. I'm like, well, you got the Jets coming up. You can't celebrate too long. But no, they came to play. So this Lions team's locked in.
And not only that, man, everybody is showing up, man. It's good to see everybody on the field. You got Chark out there, got Swift out there. You know, what a story it's been from 1-6 to the whole change around being 7-7. You know, the only team that does scare me is the 49ers because we didn't have a chance to play them in our regular season. But with Philly and everybody else, I think we could beat them, man.
Absolutely. And it's with play calling like you saw on Sunday that's going to give them confidence, man. I appreciate you calling in this morning, buddy. You enjoy the game next Sunday. Or Saturday, actually. It's a Saturday game.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays,
Happy
brother.
holidays, man. Appreciate you.
Oh, that's right. Christmas is on Sunday.
You know what I love, too, and this is brought up by David in the chat. This is what I was thinking, too. David Brewer, WoodwardSports.com. Got callers from all around the country now. Brand new Lions. Have you noticed that, too? Florida, South Carolina. We've gotten Texas, California. The Lions fans are all coming out of the woodworks.
Good, they deserve
before
to.
there was nothing to come out about. Now they're
giving
awesome.
you reasons, man.
I'm so happy, man.
They're giving you reasons. They're giving you reasons to believe, and that matters. And coming up at 9:41, I want to talk about Ben Johnson, Jared Goff, and the offense, and why Sunday was the stamp of it works. It's sustainable. It's long term, and we'll get to that in a few minutes. But I want to get to more calls. So let's go to Kyle out in Florida. Kyle, you're on the morning show. What do you got for us?
So I got to answer the Woodward chat. So it isn't yes. It isn't fuck yes. It's hell motherfucking yes.
Yes.
And I want to say I've been waiting 2 years for this. Fuck the Jets. My ex-wife's a Jets fan, and this is the sweetest victory I've had, I'd say, since the 90s.
Do you have a good relationship with your ex-wife?
No, fuck that
All right,
bitch.
fuck that bitch.
He said no.
Fuck her and fuck the Jets. Good. I just wanted to make sure I could say that.
And then I'm in Tampa, so all my friends are Tampa fans. Fuck the Bucks. I'm so fucking happy with the Lions right now.
As you should be, Kyle. They are playing good football. They're winning games. They're ahead of schedule now. And it is quite a time to be a Lions fan, I'll tell you that.
Oh, hell yeah, it is. The one question I have is this offseason, because I think we win our next 4.
Wow.
Or 3.
So they're winning a playoff game.
Oh, no, we're playoff. If we replay the Eagles, I'm pretty sure NFC Championship game, we go in the Super Bowl, boys.
Wow. I love it, Kyle. Putting your nuts on the table with that one. I love it.
Yeah, my shit's been on the table all season. They've been chopped off once or twice, but they've been on them all season.
I love it.
This offseason, what do y'all think about trading Swift, drafting a running back in the draft, and getting some either compensation for this year or next year, and building, hopefully, a back-to-back Super Bowl champion?
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about Swift. He was effective yesterday, but again, can you give him 12, 15 carries? It doesn't look to be the case. Are you going to re-sign Jamal? I think you're going to have to draft a running back, trade him. I guess I'm going to flip the question. And would you trade for Swift if you're another NFL team? I don't think you would. So I'm going to leave that off the table.
If you're getting a third round for it, a third rounder for
I would definitely trade him.
it.
Don't get me wrong. It's tough to find a suitor for a running back, especially a third-round pick.
Yeah, and then the one last thing I want to, and I'll get out of here and listen to the rest of you guys, is then with Swift, first half of the season he wasn't healthy. And look, we were 1-6. He's healthy the second half of the season, we're 6-1. So that means when we have a 2-headed monster, well, 3-headed monster in this aspect, we
matters.
can be a Super Bowl contending team. And I think Swift just doesn't give us that ability. He can't be healthy for 17 games plus.
I have to agree with you, Kyle. His health is vital to their success, and it's so important to the offense. So whether or not they're going to have to draft, trade, or whatever they're going to do, they're going to need a running back. And whether you spend a second or a third or a fourth round pick, you're probably going to have to take a shot at one. So appreciate you calling in this morning, Kyle.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. And, hey, fuck the Panthers. We're going to whoop that ass.
Hell yeah, baby.
No doubt.
Oh, God. I wanted to make sure I could talk shit about his wife before, so I had to clear that up.
And to his point about Swift, I think that just depends. I mean, what does his value look like? That's a question you ask, and he has one more year. Do you keep him next year and then trade him to a contender if it doesn't work out? I don't know. So that's going to be up to Brad Holmes, and you trust him to make that decision. But he did make a point about Swift. When he's healthy, he just brings another element. He's another weapon in the receiving game, and he can make plays with his legs. Now, you'd like him to get a little more carries, but even with the 9-10 he gets, I mean, he's being effective. So
Fair enough. Let's go to Gent out in Tennessee. Gent, you're on the morning show. What do you got for us, buddy?
My nuts are out right now, fellas. I'm feeling real good. My nuts are out. I'm not wearing no pants today. It's going to be no pants victory Monday. That's how we doing it out here.
Okay.
'Cause I'm from Detroit, man, and growing up a Lions fan and all the heartache that we went through, and you could tell the change watching these boys play. My wife's an Ohio State fan. And the way we did them this season, this is, man, winning my fantasy league.
Hell yeah.
I'm not wearing no pants today, dude. I'm going to work with no pants. I'm going
As
that
you
jacket
should.
right over my shoulder.
As you shouldn't, baby. I love it. You enjoy your Monday, man, and enjoy the whole week, buddy.
best call, man. Best call. Have a good one.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Oh, God.
It's
Let's
like
take a break, man.
Got my nuts out today.
I don't blame him. Everybody should. Let's take a break. When we get back, Ben Johnson and the offense will take a few more calls, and then we'll get to Mailbag at 9:50. But before we do, I got to tell you about my good friends over at Planet Fitness. Start up today, $10 a month. Your fitness is essential. Sign up today, as always, by visiting them in-store at a local Planet Fitness near you or at planetfitness.com. It's very important for you to take care of your mental and physical health, and a good way to do it is by 30, 45 minutes, look, maybe even an hour if you can, every single day. Nothing wrong with getting in shape. Check them out at planetfitness.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Jeff Akuta and Wicked Awesome Wishes present Hope for the Holidays. Jeff Akuta gives his financial support, time, and love for the city of Detroit with Chad Johnson and his amazing foundation, Wicked Awesome Wishes. Together, Jeff and Chad have been game planning all year long to make this Christmas one to remember for underprivileged children and their families. Special thanks to Lions players Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tracy Walker, Will Harris, and more, along with Lions alumni Lomas Brown and Joyak Bell, and the awesome people at Lighthouse Coolidge Community Building in Oak Park. Together, we'll make sure every child has new shoes, warm coats, hats, and socks, plus free haircuts to help everyone feel their best. And don't forget Woodward Sports' Braylon Edwards, Ryan Ermanni, and Darren McCarty will be there too. Hope for the holidays from Jeff Akuta and Wicked Awesome Wishes.
All this week, Woodward Sports is stuffing our studio. Every year, we team up with Mike at Meyer on 12 Mile and Telegraph and Guardian Alarm to kick off Stuff a Studio. Now we want you to help us stuff our studio full of new unwrapped toys for the children at Mott's Children's Hospital in Ann Arbor, as you can see behind me. Stop by all week long and drop off a toy from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. or send a donation to our Venmo at Woodward Sports, and we'll shop for you. 'Tis the season to give back to the children. Stuff a Studio 2022, powered by Wicked Awesome Wishes.
Oh my God, 9:44. We're back on the morning show. I'm ready to pass out.
Adam, do you know what this is?
No, what the fuck is that? Why are you showing me this?
This is our Bring Back Adam's Childhood.
What is that?
Jeff, do you know what this is?
I do. I believe I picked that out when we went to Meyer to shop with the kids.
None of you know what this is?
It's a,
This is disappointing. I might cry tonight.
It's from Minecraft.
Yeah, okay. Do you know what Minecraft is, Adam?
It's a creeper.
Yeah, ding ding ding. No? You never played Minecraft as a child?
No.
Okay, so I'm assuming you don't know what... Where is it? Here it is. This? Another Minecraft game?
That is a turtle.
It's an ugly fucking turtle. It's a stupid fucking game, probably.
It's for the kids.
Fuck the
Well,
kids.
it's for the kids, but people play it. It's very popular.
It's a stupid game.
It's like the number... It's like the top 5 game in the world right now.
Shut the hell up, Fish.
Okay, well, that went well. We'll be back tomorrow with more.
I'm gonna punch Fish in the face. How about you do your job so I can go to the people and answer
You know
the
what
phones?
this is, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. I was hoping you would.
All right, now mute your mic and answer some phone calls, please.
I will, you dingbat.
Just call you a dingbat?
Oh God, yeah, he did.
Just got wrecked.
Yeah. God. I don't even know what to do with Fish anymore.
Yeah, I would just go home after that one.
Okay, all right, new poll in the chat. Should we kick Fish off the show, yes or no? That's the poll. People are going to decide. Elon Musk stepping down as head of Twitter. He did it based on a public poll. We're going to do Fish's job based on a public poll. Should we get rid of Fish? Yes or no in the chat. This is up to all of you. I can no longer talk. I can no longer breathe. I'm pretty fucked up. Let's go to David. David, you're on the morning show. What do you got for us, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how are you, man?
Hey, first of all, I just want to say I'm a big fan. I've been trying to get in all morning. I've been wanting to call in, but I usually work on the weekend, so I don't get to catch most of the games. But I'll tell you what, this is the most excited I have ever been about this Detroit Lions football team. And I live in Upper Michigan, and they call it Packer territory up here, Packer country. Yep. And it's ruthless. I wear my jersey to work, and I work in an old folks home, and all the old people say, well, you must love misery wearing that jersey. You must, they shit all over me, and I'm sick of it. And this is the first time I can say, damn it, this team is incredible, playing incredible football. They're finding ways to win. It wasn't the most beautiful game in the world, but hey, look, a win is a win. We got it. And I think next week we come out, our offense picks it right back up, and we start putting up points again. And I'm going into work doing the Dan Campbell dance, baby.
I love it. I love it.
Showing my balls all day long.
You should.
First time. This is the first time I can hold my head up high and I could say this future is fucking bright.
David, how old are you?
I am almost 40.
Okay, so
I've
seen
the history of losing.
So you were pretty aware of the team and their future in the '91 NFC Championship game, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
I want to make the case this morning, and I agree with you. I
This
don't
is a better
recall.
team.
I don't recall ever being this excited or this optimistic about a team's future. Again, you can go back to the Caldwell days. Yeah, they were winning, but that disappointment that you opened the door and it was the wrong one, or you'd make the wrong mistake, and something it was always there. And for some reason with this team, maybe it's because of the draft picks, maybe it's because of the GM, maybe it's a lot of reasons altogether, but gosh, I can't recall being this excited about a team and the way it's being built since maybe the early 90s.
And also, you're absolutely right. and a big point of this is, you know, as a Lion fan, in the past we would have absolutely lost this game, and not only that, but you know, a lot of people, I talk to other Lion fans, and they still have that PTSD from being a Lions fan. And against the Jets, they thought, you know, at one point they thought it was over. There was not one point where I thought this was going to end for us. I thought we were going to find a way. Yep. I didn't know how, but I figured we're going to find a way to make this work. And if we can get through this game, I'm not saying, you know, it's hard to do what the Lions have done in the NFL. It's hard to win. Yep. You go 1-6, and I'll tell you what, when they were 1-6, I was telling my neighbor who's a Lion fan, I'm probably done with this shit. I'm done. This is sickening. And he said, well, we could still make the playoffs. And I said, you're crazy. And now I'm telling him, you're right.
Yep. But
I don't think anybody's seen that at 1-6 at playoffs. But this team is all around. I mean, hands down. This is a fantastic football team playing meaningful, fantastic
and they're young.
Football.
They're young, Dave. They're not going anywhere.
And they're building something for the next 5+ years to be successful.
Absolutely. Appreciate you calling in this morning, David. You have a great Monday.
I love you guys. You guys have a great one.
Yeah,
appreciate
you too, David. Appreciate you. And I think the best, I mean, he mentioned it, and you kind of hit on it as well. This team ain't going nowhere.
Yep.
This is a team filled with a lot of rookies on rookie contracts that are going to be here for the next couple of years. Jared Goff here for the next 2 years. This isn't a team where it's
not going anywhere.
No, it's not. That's the exciting
this isn't,
part.
Oh, how we're going to keep this player? How are you going to keep that player? Oh, well, what are you doing? No. And again, look, it's not the sexiest season. Don't get me wrong. 1-6 was pathetic, but 6-1, this young of a team, young head coach, young offensive coordinator, young defensive coordinator, young defense, one of the most complete offenses in the NFL. Yeah, sign me up. Let's take a break. When we get back, all of you watching right now, drop your questions in the Woodward Sports Chat. And Jeff and I will answer the mailbag coming up. But before we go, I got to tell you where I'm going to be having lunch today, and that's at the Cousins Maine Lobster Truck. Visit them at cousinsmainelobster.com. Find out where their lobster truck is, and go treat yourself to a Maine lobster roll. Go treat yourself to some lobster tacos, some clam chowder soup. Scan the QR code. Don't miss out. Visit them at cousinsmainelobster.com. Find out where the truck is and enjoy yourself on this Victory Monday.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff-A Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
As chilly weather approaches, Big Boy's got the perfect comfort meals for you. Try our hearty classic meatloaf or our creamy Cajun chicken Alfredo. These will be sure to leave you craving for more. How about breakfast? Our stuffed potato pancakes are back with our lumberjack, blockbuster, and Santa Fe garden. These potato pancakes will definitely fill you up. Whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, come stock up on the perfect comfort meal today. We'll see you soon at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been, I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
Can't get enough Woodward Woodward Sports content? Head over to woodwardsports.com right now for up-to-date sports articles and great entertainment news. We have the best writers, bloggers, and coverage all at your fingertips. Head to woodwardsports.com right now to experience all Woodward Sports has to offer.
The official meat supplier of the Woodward Sports Network. No, we're not talking about Fish's Dong. We are talking about the butchery. Artisan breads, Wagyu meats, all inspired by the legendary Chef Dave. They do catering, bulk special orders. They cater to events. What are you waiting for? 248-682-COWS. That's 248-682-COWS.
Hey, one more as you're dying. You know what this is?
That's Pokemon.
It is a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Did you play Pokemon when you were a kid?
I did play Pokemon.
Ooh,
Yep.
that's nice. Do you know what Pokemon this is
Yes,
specific?
buddy, that's a Snorlax.
Hey, okay.
Any other trivia you have for me this morning before I answer questions?
No,
Anything
I'm
else?
promoting stuff for studio.
Do you have anything else in there?
I have a bunch of toys.
Well, show me.
You want more?
Show me. I'll give you a minute.
I'll give you a cool baseball, a nice little LED glow baseball.
That's stupid. Put it down.
All right, good talk. Let's see here. Nice little Crayola set.
That's Crayola?
It says on the top Crayola, yes.
What the hell is that?
You know what Crayola is?
No. Are you talking about crayons?
Yes. Crayola the company.
Oh, well, that's not...
It's
a bath set?
Yeah, it's a bath set.
That's weird. Put it down. What else?
I will put it down. The classic, oh boy. Classic Rubik's Cube.
I don't know how to solve those.
It's fine. I mean, I don't know if Jeff, you know how to solve a Rubik's Cube?
No.
Yeah, Jeff's an idiot. He can't do that.
No,
so
okay,
put it
well,
down.
all right. At least
I'm joking.
What's this one? Oh, we got things beeping here. This is a Blue's Clues little phone thing.
What is it?
It's a Nickelodeon Blue's Clues. It's a handy dandy notebook.
Fish,
you know from the show?
Fish, I better not catch you opening that up and playing with it.
Is there anything else in there?
There's a bunch
Don't
of
play-
stuff. I just grabbed a bunch of items. There's this thing I was trying to dig out.
What
There
the
we
hell
go.
is that?
This is a light up interactive magic wand.
That looks like a magic ball.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I grabbed that, so I don't know what it is. But
I hate you
there's
guys.
gonna be a kid out there that enjoys it.
It's a crystal ball. What do I see?
That's all that matters.
I see. Oh wow! I see the Lions. Oh wow!
I see a
Super
fucking
Bowl
idiot. I
in
see a fucking idiot.
2023.
I'm staring at
Is
him.
that what
He's
it
wearing
said?
a
It
Lions
said
hat.
Lions win the Super Bowl in 2023.
Yeah,
Wow.
which is 2022. Any other toys? I got other stuff in. Oh, yeah.
All right, mute his mic.
Let's-
Mute his mic. Let's start mailbag. I
Here,
want to talk to
Super
real
Mario?
people.
All right.
Fuck Mario.
Oliver Slot ass mailbag, is D tackle our biggest need or is secondary? No question. By the way, and I know you said after that, so trade back from Rams pick. No question, it's the secondary over a defense. Now, Jalen Carter's different. If Jalen Carter's there, you're taking him, Will Anderson. But if those two are gone, you got to take a corner. I mean, the secondary is atrocious. You've been good against the run. You're the #1 team in the NFL last 3 games at stopping the run. I have more concern about that secondary. So we'll see how they address it.
All right, all right, what other questions do we have in here? Mailbag. Who do you want to win tonight? Rams to distance from the Packers, and they shut it down, or Packers? Maybe our pick. No, you're rooting for the Packers tonight.
Packers.
Yeah, no, you want that Rams pick to be as great as possible, right? You have teams that won games that would benefit you this weekend. So no, what are we doing here?
But also, I wouldn't be upset if the Rams win tonight and beat the Packers.
I would prefer making the playoffs and having a top 5 pick.
But I like the Packers losing out and possibly resting Aaron Rodgers for us to make the playoffs. You know, like
I think if you win 2 of 3, with the Commander result going in your favor and Seattle losing, 9 might be enough. 9, you need help.
But I don't want.
I know.
I want to control my own destiny.
I know. I'm
right.
just saying though. Give me the Rams. Move them to 4-10, please. Let them just keep Stafford out the rest of the year. No, I'm not having it. Let them finish 4-13. Let that be a top 3, top 4 pick. Let Brad Holmes have it. Let him maneuver. Let him trade back. Let him pick. I don't care what he does with it. Not having it. Mailbag. Recently,
Realistically.
If this offense continues to be elite, how much longer do you think we have Ben Johnson? 2 more seasons at the absolute most?
I think that's the perfect number.
I think that's a good number. I'm going to agree with it.
I think 2 years is the most.
Oh, man.
Mailbag, I'm in D.C. for the Wings at Caps. Do I wear the away jersey and match the boys, or do I go with the new reverse retro jersey I received as an early gift from my wife?
It depends how much you like your wife.
Well, I'm going to be honest.
I'm going to say match the boys.
I was going to say match the boys. You're on the road. I would rock the away jersey. Roll with the boys. Save the retro for a home game.
Sam Beydoun asks, can the Detroit Lions make a playoff push, like a deep push, divisional, NFC title game maybe? I'm going to say this. I'm not going to tell you yes. I think it's irresponsible. They need to get to the playoffs first. But if they were to get to the playoffs, outside of Philly and San Francisco, there isn't another team I would want to play. Detroit is the scariest team outside of the Niners and the Eagles, in my opinion. I don't mind playing the Cowboys. Hell, I don't mind traveling to Minnesota, to Dallas. I don't mind going to Carolina, Tampa Bay, where whoever the hell is going to win that crappy division.
Right.
I'm not really too worried. I'm not at all. And if in the divisional round that means you have to play, again, who knows? But I think it's San Francisco and the Eagles, and that's it. 3 for me has to be the Lions. Nobody's playing better football in the NFC other than those 2 teams. So that's my bet. That's my guess. Well, excuse me. Wow. Oh, I'm not going to apologize. We're not doing this. Oh, well, the heavies apologize from 5 to 7 to Jared Goff. I don't know. That's a them question.
You're going to have to. It's 10 o'clock now.
Again.
So we're appreciate the questions. Lions victory. What a Monday.
When are you going to update the background to include Dan Campbell and Jared Goff? Ooh.
Oh, someone's here to drop off a gift.
Oh, hell yeah. Fish, could you let them in, buddy, please? Yes, sir. Can you take care of that?
Oh, that is so...
Let's move on.
We got to end the show. It's 10 o'clock.
What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
How's everything? Hey, buddy. How are you?
Turn on my mic. We have some cookies here.
Let's wrap
Lovely
up Mailbag.
Christmas cookies.
Actually, show's over. It's 10 o'clock. I lied.
Like 4 times.
I lied. We're out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining us on a Monday. As always, it was so much fun. I am dizzy, so I'm going to go sleep. That was a lot of smoke. I went through 6 charcoals. If none of you understand how to smoke, if you go through 3 spots, that's impressive. I went through 6. Yeah, so I'm going to go die. You all have a great rest of your Monday. Enjoy the victory Monday. Shout out to the Lions for winning their 6th of their last 7 games. Jeff, great show as always. Fish, shut the hell up and mute your mic. Alex, thanks for being late as always. We're out of here. Till tomorrow. We'll see you.
Go watch football, how do you not? And cookies and toys.
Hey,
how's it going?
Fish.
Tell them what we did yesterday. You went shopping yesterday? We go shopping and pick out all these toys for the kids.
Oh, that is awesome.
Tell them to pick them all out.